Hey guys, it's Mr. Belk. I hope you guys are doing well. I wanted to make a quick video about talking about series again today. We're talking about arithmetic series, and I've got one up here that I want to talk about first. What we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about sigma notation, what that is, and the good thing about it is how you can do that on your calculator. Okay, so let's talk about real quick this first series. What I'm going to do is write it in sigma notation. Sigma notation is like, for example, if you see this, let me circle maybe this strange. If you see this strange character going on right there, that is sigma notation. That's just the Greek letter sigma. All that means is it is representing the sum of something. Okay, so I'm going to write this series out in sigma notation, and just maybe that will help explain a little bit what sigma notation is. So let's say this is the sum of. Okay, so on the top or on the bottom of the sigma notation, you'll usually have a variable. Most of the time it's n, so I'm just going to write an n here. It's n equals. This bottom one is the number that you start with. So this is our start. So it could start with n equals 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever. And the top one is what we end at. Okay. Okay, so you can, and also you can end at whatever number you'd like. Let's start at n equals 1, because that's not the number you start with, but that's the number of the sequence that you start with. So just because you're using n equals 1 doesn't necessarily mean a1, your first term is going to be 1. Your first term could be anything. It just means that it's labeled as your first term. So we're going to start at n equals 1, and let's end at n equals 10. And you usually don't see the n written again on the top. It's just number 10. Okay. So, and then the formula for this sequence right here, if you write it out, so its formula is an equals the first term, which is 1, plus the common difference. The common difference here is 2, and its equation is n minus 1. So this would be the sum of 1 plus 2 times n minus 1. That's what would represent that series right here, okay? So what we're going to do now is I'm just going to show you how you can pull that up on your calculator and evaluate that. So we're going to evaluate this part on your calculator. So if you go to math, if you go to the math button and then scroll down, you will eventually see the summation option. There it is. So it's way down here at the bottom near log base. We used a couple chapters ago. It'll say summation. You hit enter and it'll pull up, basically a place for you to type this in. I'm just going to use the variable x. The variable that you're using is not important. Just make sure the top and bottom numbers are the same. So the bottom one's 1, the top one is 10. And then scroll over, and in here in parentheses, you're going to, every time you do this, you're basically going to put in an extra set of parentheses. So if there's like parentheses in your equation like there is here, you're going to ignore these parentheses and have to plug in your own. Otherwise, it will not sum it up the right way. So be careful with how you plug this into your calculator. This is 1 plus 2 times x minus 1. Don't get your variables mixed up either. Make sure you use the same variable both times. And there's the extra set of parentheses I was talking about. And then it'll spit out the sum of you. And it is 100. So that is your answer for that one. Okay? And see, using sigma notation can be more complicated. Like, we had a formula that would have summed this up yesterday. It told us that how many terms would we use? S10 would be 10 over 2 times A1 plus AN. But what's nice about this is you don't even have to go find AN. And it tells you what A1 is. A1 here would be 1. And then A10 would be whatever you got when you plug 10 in. But this formula eliminates the need, or this sigma notation in your calculator eliminates the need for you to do that. Okay, so let's go plug this one in. So I'm going to go to math, and then you'll get to it faster if you actually scroll up. And then I'm going to use x again. So I'm going to use x equals 1, because that's where this one starts. And this one doesn't stop at 10, it goes all the way to 20. Whoops. So from x equals 1 to 20, it's going to add up these terms, and then you just plug the formula in like you normally would. So I don't need any extra parentheses because our formula, well, I guess our formula does have parentheses here, but one set for what we're doing here is totally fine if you have parentheses around the whole thing. And it'll spit your answer out at you. So your answer is, let me write it not in green, 1570. Okay, let's go do one more. How would it possibly get hard? Well, all it will do is they will try to trick you. So see, this one doesn't start at 1, doesn't start at 0, it starts at 3. So all that means is your quick adjustment is now you are going to be paying attention, and you're going to plug in x equals 3 at the bottom, and then 101 at the top. So this is a rather large sum. And now, again, you can just plug in 7x plus 4, and it will spit out your answer for you. Ooh. So this was 36,432. Okay, I hope that helps you guys understand just a little bit about what sigma notation is. It's just special notation for adding up a series like we've already done before. And also what's nice about it is if you kind of know what it's asking, your calculator can do all of the hard work for you. Okay, I hope this helps.